Hello and welcome to A Pint of Cthulhu. It is I, Ethan, the Red Toucan, and I am the DM for this adventure. For this adventure, we have Josh playing Addison May, the Tabaxi Fighter. We have Soren J, aka Jay, playing Furby, the Furbold Druid. We have Captain Hero Man, aka Cap, playing Gertrude, the Hill Dwarf Barbarian. We have Matt playing Donovan Longhop, the Herringon Rogue. And last but not least, we have Cartman playing Vine E. Jackoff, the Aarakocra Ranger. All right, sit down, have a pint, and enjoy the episode. A word of warning, this podcast is not for kids, so listener discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome back to A Pint of Cthulhu. Last time, the screen went white for Viney Jackoff as Sister Gorell was fixing his arm that had been bit off by Furby, but was also clutching Furby's very limp, and I would say just awful at this point. Because it's been rotting flesh. It's been multiple days in there, but it's been just gripping it tightly, would not let it go, and they could not get it out. So she had to fix his arm, still holding it. And so when that happens, let's cut to everybody else, actually, because everybody else was sent up to the Stonehill Inn. And you guys are all resting. The Jerrys gave you a night. Obviously, they said, hey, for what you guys did with us, you guys get those rooms whenever you want. So you guys went up there, had a nice meal, and went to sleep. It is about in the middle of the night. I would say probably 2 a.m., 3 a.m.-ish. Enough. At this point, I would assume in medieval times, they wouldn't have a real indication of specific times when it's nighttime, unless you had a sundial during the day. But it's late enough that you guys are dead asleep. Sleep paralysis is in effect. You don't feel anything. And then your door bursts open. Are you all in the same room? I forgot to ask. Or do you all have separate rooms?
Separate.
I don't know if there'd be
Okay.
big enough bed to hold the entire party in one room.
Yeah, especially Furby. That makes sense.
Yeah, Gertrude
That makes
takes
sense.
offense at
And,
that.
yeah. So, let's start with Gertrude. I'm gonna say at this point, Gertrude, your door bursts open, and in the doorway is Jerry. He goes, hey, Miss Dwarf, can you come real quick? We've got a situation with your chicken friend. Do you even wake up?
No, Gertrude does not wake up. Gertrude is still snoring.
He kind of walks in a couple steps and thinks, okay, I'm gonna wake her up, and then looks at you, remembers his interaction with you in Crackmaw hideout, and goes, actually, I'm gonna let her sleep. And then he turns around and he walks right out the door and closes the door lightly, realizing also that since he burst it open and you didn't wake up, he really didn't know why he lightly closed it, but still, gotta be safe, man. Better safe than sorry. Now, Furby, you're also in your own room. You're relaxing and everything. And Jerry, this is actually a different Jerry. I would assume you guys in this world would know the difference between them. You would know that one Jerry is not the same as another Jerry. They don't look absolutely identical. But this is another Jerry. He bursts through. He says, hey, Furbo, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. There's something wrong with your chicken friend.
More wrong than usual?
I mean, it's weird. I mean, he's not like dying or anything, but you've got to see it. Sister Gorell brought him into the Stonehill Inn, wondering where you guys were at. He's passed out in the hall. If you want to go down there and check.
Furby can help out checking. Seems fair enough.
Okay, I got my brothers. My brothers are running from door to door. They're also helping try to get everybody up. And then as he says that, behind him peers the Jerry that was at Gertrude's room, and he turns around and is like, "Hey, did you get the dwarf lady?" And he shakes his head. He's like, "Well, you got to go get her." And he's like, he just kind of gives a look to him, like. And then the one that bursts into your room, Furby, turns around and goes, "Well, we're gonna get all your friends except the dwarf. So yeah, they'll meet you down there. Unless, can you go get your dwarf friend? We know what she's capable of. I'm not gonna make her mad waiting around."
Is there something to punch?
Something to what?
Is there something to punch or something to drink?
I mean, we've always got ale, but I've also got water. If you want to, throw that on her, if that's what you're going
No,
for.
if they... Oh god, I've forgotten Furby's voice. Oh no. Furby...
It's a very deep Scottish person.
Furby... That's just Cab. Wait a minute, that's just Gertrude. No.
You start off doing like Furby.
Furby, okay.
That's it.
Furby can go get dwarf friend if there's some drink to distract.
Oh yeah, we'll have some. Just we know how much she drinks though. You guys kind of drank a lot last night. Try not to drink too much of our supply. We're just now getting some in. If you drink too much, we won't have anything for tomorrow. So just maybe a little. But yeah. Jerry, can you go set him up? And the one that was behind him that wouldn't work. Was trying to wake Gertrude up. Just nods his head and runs off. So yeah, they'll get you taken care of with some drinks.
Yeah. So Furby's gonna wander over to Gertrude's room and see if he can scoop her up and carry her to booze.
Okay, and while that's happening, we cut to about the identical things happening to Addison and Donovan. The door bursts open. It was cut to Addison first. The door bursts open. It was, hey, cat, hey, your chicken friends is in the lobby of the Stonehill Inn. And the same thing bursts open to Donovan. I would assume you guys are just gonna get up and go, but do you guys want to RP that?
Oh, I'd happily.
Oh, okay. We'll cut to Donovan then. Donovan, he bursts open and tells you that you got to go to the lobby of the Stonehill Inn.
Donovan is stark bollock naked. Drool everywhere after being in a deep sleep. He is completely all over the place. What?
I didn't know they could be that small. Anyway, yeah, your chicken friend is in the lobby. Could you possibly clothe yourself?
You burst into my room, and you want me to be clothed. What the hell is wrong with the chicken now?
You kind of really see it to believe it. It's kind of weird.
Give me 5 minutes.
I mean, you don't have to. If you want to go back to bed, I just figured you'd want to know. Sorry to inconvenience you. I tried to be a good host and let you know when your friends are in trouble, but okay. You have a good one.
I'm on it. And yeah, Donovan gets dressed.
It cuts to Addison, and obviously the same thing happens.
Addison's laying on her side, and she stretches out her paws and claws, rolls over, asks, "What's wrong with Chicken Man now?"
It's really just something to do with his arm. I don't really know how to describe it. Sister Gorell said something about doing her best with what she had to work with. Man, that woman is gorgeous. Have you seen her? Oh my goodness. Oh, what I'd do to her. Anyway, side the point. She did what she could, but it doesn't exactly look the same. And she brought him in not knowing where you guys were at, and we, Sister Gorell has kind of a way with us Jerry's to get us to do what she wants. She's having us get you guys together in the lobby, to go see.
Take me to him. I'll go see what's going on. Did you alert the others?
Well, Yeah, yes, my brothers are helping. We went and got the other ones. I don't know how it's going. I did kind of hear a lot of shouting coming from the Furby's room. And he peeks out of the hallway. Goes, and it looks like one of my brothers is unsuccessful in getting the dwarf. And your Furby's walking down the hallway. I think they maybe got your Furbo friend's help. So, but I can just take you two directly to the lobby if you're ready.
Yeah, let's go to the lobby. Let's do this. Find out what
so
else
I guess
Addison can screw up.
So I guess Donovan
is Addison having sort of a crisis of confidence at this point in time now?
Throughout this entire
I don't know if you
fucking
could
podcast.
I don't really know if you can screw this up, but we'll see.
Knowing Addison, if you don't know Addison by now, geez, Roll20 has it out for me. Anyways, go ahead.
So as Donovan and Addison are going down the hallway, let's cut back to Furby trying to wake Gertrude up. Now, obviously, I don't want to spend too much time just getting you guys up from your bed. It looks like this is becoming more of a thing than I thought it would be. But I mean, what does Furby do to try and get Gertrude up?
No, Furby's doing the time-honored tradition of Furbolg things, where he's just gonna, grab the edges of the blanket and kind of, delicately carry Gertrude out by the blanket.
Okay.
Until he can get her near Booze, so hopefully she won't punch him when she wakes up.
Okay, what's to say that you're not going to wake her up by doing that?
If you can sleep through a big door crashing open, you can sleep through a delicate Furbolg. Carefully tiptoeing through the house.
Being visibly touched is the whole.
Oh no,
yeah.
just the blanket.
That's a whole different sense of.
I'm going to suggest
that's a whole different sense of.
The GM do a stealth check just now.
I was about to do a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand,
check.
yeah.
That'd make more sense on this one.
Sleight of hand versus perception, maybe. If you want to make it an interactive one for Cap.
Well, what do you think, Cap? Endurance, Constitution.
No, come on, that's rigging. It's not Constitution whether or not you notice someone doing something. We know this.
Okay. Well, perception? Yeah.
There you go.
I had to think it through. Shut up, Jay. Jesus. Who's the DM here?
Me. That's it. I'm taking over the channel.
Sleight of hand and perception roll.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, so she tries to lightly, from Furby's perspective, he lightly scoops up Gertrude. Now, from anybody that be viewing this interaction that is not Furby, if you guys can't tell, Cap,
7 for me,
Cap
16 for Cap.
Yes. So technically, Furby failed and Cap succeeded. So anybody viewing this interaction would notice that it is not anything but lightly. So Furby just scoops Gertrude straight up in his arms, and a little bit too hard to the point where Gertrude actually goes up in the air for an inch and then comes back and just slams into Furby's arms. And obviously Gertrude senses all this. Now, what does Gertrude do?
Well, Gertrude reflexively just grabs Furbolg by the arm and attempts to throw Furbolg across the room.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's
Okay.
Gertrude, so she can probably do it.
I think throw is a roll. Now, does Furby want to contest this roll like a dex? You want to do a dodge roll? I'm trying to look.
I think-
Throw is not a roll.
Throw is
No.
I need to pull up somebody's character sheet.
It'll
so I
be
kinda know.
strength or reflex, depending on what you think. And Furby's not braced to stop himself being thrown, so I'm going to say probably not contested. Just whatever difficulty you think it would be to throw a Furbolg.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up a character sheet here. Okay. So yeah, you're not even you don't even want to try an athletics roll or anything.
Visibly, Furby is not prepared to be eaten.
Okay. All right. Well, then just do a strength roll. Throw is not a roll because I'm still got Call of Cthulhu sometimes in my head. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate what's a skill in that game and then what's a skill in this game.
14? Is that enough to
Ooh.
successfully? Maybe just toss or.
I would say you try to kind of throw him across the room, but you just kind of do a judo throw over your shoulder.
Yeah, judo throw over the shoulder. That'll do the job.
Yeah. You were intending to throw across the room, and it caused some serious like
Yeah,
impact.
I
and
think
everything.
given that she was just dropped, we can say that she maybe was off balance.
Yes, it's a little disoriented, but luckily it's just enough that Furby doesn't have to take any damage. But to Furby, you are definitely disoriented, and we're not expecting to be judo throwed over the shoulder of Gertrude. Especially considering you seriously thought you were being very stealthy in picking her up, and it did not work out that way.
Your friend has become very perceptive. Good. But, not time for a nap. Just woke up. Time to get booze. Oh, and maybe save chicken. Not sure.
Gertrude grunts in agreement.
Okay, well, you guys go down to the lobby. And now that you guys are all there, as Furby and Gertrude come down the stairs, you do see Donovan. Donovan, you are closed, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course. Well, you say of course because there is a absolute
weren't 10
chance that you
seconds
are
ago.
not going to be closed. That's why I ask.
Oh no, Donovan always stays very clothed in public.
So you actually see, as you guys come in, you're at the top of the stairs, and at the bottom is Donovan, Addison, and the three Jerrys, and also odd enough, the blacksmith Terry, and another goblin you guys haven't met before, but this one is quite a bit bigger than the other ones, and wearing a suit. And has a cigar sticking out of his mouth, but he looks like it's kind of like a suit, like a pajama style, like very fancy. Looks like it's silk pajamas and everything, but like a suit, like he's got a tie on it. It's very strange, but he looks very official, like rich and wealthy. But he's got his cigar in his mouth and he's looking over down on a table, and next to him is Sister Gorell. As said to all of you guys, just like Donovan, I don't know if everyone besides Donovan and the chicken have seen Sister Gorell, but to all of you, she is grotesque. Like, she fits in very well with all these goblins. She's about maybe a foot taller than all of them, and just green, warty, looks like a witch from Wizard of Oz. Like, is very hideous is an understatement. And she's standing over Viney, and Viney is sprawled across a table. Everything looks fine. He's passed out. He looks like he's asleep. Wings spread out. He looks like he just had a hard night's drink. But his right arm is different than the rest of the arms. What you can tell, you notice immediately, there is no feathers on it. From the elbow down, it's a normal hand. It looks like a normal Furbolg hand. It's this color of Furby, and it's hairless, but it's just a normal Furbolg hand. Like, Furby could walk up to him, put his right arm right next to Vine's, and it's very similar. The only difference is completely hairless. No feathers, no hair, no nothing from the elbow down.
Does this mean that he's going to have lost the ability for flight?
I think.
Well, he has
I think
wings.
he has wings.
Aarakocra.
They're separate.
Right, okay.
They're separate. Aarakocra, it's like angel wings. Aarakocra have like angel-like wings. I believe you could go either way. Some of them have them like harpies, like that, where their arms are wings. But his, from what we determined, his are on his back, and he's got arms, normal feathered arms with hands and fingers and everything, and clawed feet. So, but no, he's got just a Furbolg arm that is hairless and surprisingly soft-skinned.
Was I always a Werefurbolg? Is Birdie going to be Werefurbolg?
This is different. Can we wake him up?
How do you wake him up? Do you touch the arm? Do you touch?
Gertrude slaps the chicken.
What?
Do you slap his face?
Yes.
Or
Matt, can you edit in the squeaky chicken sound effect?
Oh, really? I prefer my
Roll my
team sport.
I'm not gonna do a lot of damage. I'm not gonna do a lot of if he does. Okay, if he does, but I mean, you don't get slapped by Gertrude. Nothing happens.
Would you want to roll a d6 or something?
No, 1 second. I need to ask. I mean, because I passed out, do I get a short rest or any health back, or am I just going to be on 14 health?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fair on that. I did say at the beginning that everybody besides you had a short rest, but I didn't really kind of see how this goes. But no, you're passed out. You definitely got a short rest.
Oh,
I mean, a long rest. Everybody got a long.
So is that
rest.
full health then?
Yeah, you're at full health, full spell slots for all of you. You're all good to go. So yeah, I'm not going to be an absolute dick and where you don't get quite the rest as everybody else.
I'm just joking. I mean, if I start getting slapped around by Gertrude, we all know what happens there.
Yeah, well,
it's going to be like that Duffy Duck scene when he gets slapped around his face.
Oh, did Gertrude roll a d6? Actually, can you roll your roll? Just go ahead and roll your
unarmed strike.
Yes, unarmed strike. Trying to see if it hits his AC.
Oh,
I mean, you'll hit him, but I'm not. Whether or not you do like a 1d4 bludgeoning damage to him or something.
All right.
So
hold on. Unarmed strike. Right. So roll 1d20 plus 5.
I think. Jesus, I forgot your strength is boosted out the ass.
Wait, plus 5? Oh shit.
That's
Alright.
a 14 to hit.
It's a 14.
Yeah, my AC is 13, so...
Yeah, so that's a hit, yep.
And then damage would be...
Well, it does say it's 5 plus 1.
6 damage. So, same as you got on the dice. Funnily enough.
I think.
Yep, it's +1 to your strength modifier. So, yep. And what is your AC, Viney?
AC is 13.
13. Oh yeah, so it hits. Okay, so roll a d4 for me, Gertrude.
Oh, roll a d4, hold on. Roll 1d4. 2.
Not too
Is that my
bad.
damage?
Oh yeah, you take
Cool.
2 damage. Sorry,
Yeah,
I know
I
you just had
can-
your
I
short
can
rest,
do this,
but
It's not 12, so... Can't complain.
okay. All right, so you wake up to a hard start.
Yeah, but and obviously I squawk about it because I'll pee a little bit. So obviously after Gertrude hits me, I feel it and I squawk. What the hell are you doing? I'm trying to sleep here. God damn dwarf and hitting me about. God.
Here's the interesting thing.
My
that's happened.
head.
Yeah, as you do that, you use your right arm to grab your head because that's where you got slapped. You got slapped real hard, and so use your right arm to touch your head. And this is probably your first time you're seeing this new arm. Now, here's the interesting thing about what happens next is that as you do this and you touch your face with it, you can move it. You can move the fingers, but it's very dull. It's as if like you slept on it. Like you poke at it, you do everything. You start poking at it with your hand, and you don't really feel it. It feels as if you're wearing like a very thick glove and like puffy coat or something over that second. Like you hardly feel anything in it. It's very dull. But as you do this, Furby, you feel this on your right arm.
Oh, my arm,
you
thank
start
God.
Well, I mean, I was gonna have you feel it in the abdomen, but
I had some concerns.
Wait,
I mean,
you don't have a penis, you have a lightning rod now.
True.
yeah.
I wonder if I can shoot lightning out of Cartman's hand.
I mean, if he strokes it enough.
You feel it. You can't move it. You can't control it. But wherever he's poking, you're feeling that poke on your right arm.
Furby's gonna flex his hand real hard and see if Cartman's hand flexes.
It doesn't. You flex it really hard to the point where it hurts, and Vine feels the pain. It doesn't flex, but he feels as if his arm is being flexed. It's as if Vine controls the arm, Furby controls his arm, but you both share feeling with that arm.
Well, you're gonna know whenever he chokes his chicken.
Yes, you'll know. Yeah. If Viney decides to, if it feels like it's a new person,
Oh no.
and sadly, Furbolg has to feel Vine's cock all the time as he's jacking off.
If
He's Vine jack off.
if Viney chokes chicken, Furby will choke bigger chicken. And he'll look directly at Viney.
I mean,
You-
I'm just
absolutely not.
sitting there
You
very,
have two
very
hands.
confused.
The implications of this are just collecting Gertrude's mind, and she starts laughing, and then she walks over and punches Furbog in the arm.
Oh, it doesn't go two ways. We don't know. Oh, it does.
Remember you flexed.
Oh, no.
Remember you flexed.
Oh,
and you felt
yeah.
the pain of the flex. Oh yeah, you feel it. You
Two
punch the
idiots for
arm.
the price of one.
Roll attack against roll an unarmored strike, which is your strength modifier versus is +1. So that's all it is. Just roll your strength. Roll a strength +1.
All right, so strength +1.
Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Roll. What's the damage? What is that? Is unarmed strike? Is that your? Is the strength
It's your
+1
damage.
Your damage or your? Okay. So what is the roll to hit?
It's exactly what it's. The strength save is actually accurate for it, or maybe not save. Just a strength roll would be accurate for it. I think it's the same anyway.
Why we've been doing this for what is it like the 12th, 13th episode? I
Yeah.
can't.
So
Yeah, just give me a dice to roll for damage.
yeah, which
roll a d4 again.
sure.
2.
Two.
Oh yeah, you both.
Yeah.
Both Furby and Vine get another. Vine gets another 2 damage, and Furby also.
Seeing
gets
them
2
both
damage.
take damage has really amused Gertrude. She's now proper gut laughing in the back here. And she winds up another punch, and this time at the chicken.
Oh my
But,
god!
Gertrude.
Nobody can stop the very damaging dwarf
Yeah,
that's running
I was
around
about to say-
destroying everything.
Gertrude, probably best not we don't kill our own team. Have a drink instead. Probably a better option. There might be
Okay.
some evil things to kill later for you.
Gertrude reaches out the arm that she was about to use to punch chicken in the arm, and she takes the drink instead and starts having a wee sup.
So, as this is all going down, you the cherries are doing everything they can not to burst out laughing. But they're trying to keep their cool because they keep eyeing Sister Gorell and they're like blushing a little bit and looking away. Now it cuts back to that very large goblin that I told you before. That's very fancy looking and rich. He's got that cigar in his hand or whatever they. No, actually, you know what I'll say is this would be more fitting for him to have a pipe with some tobacco leaves in the pipe, and he's puffing that pipe and he pulls it out.
I'm getting Sigma
Well,
voice vibes here.
Well, don't usually, I don't think I've ever seen something like this. This is a new one for me. Hey,
You
sis.
wise guy.
And he looks to Sister Gorell, and Sister Gorell turns and was like, yes, Donnie. He goes, can you all get myself a drink for our friend here? And she goes, I don't work. And he just kind of gives her a look as she says, I don't work. About to say, I don't work here. And she goes, yes, Donnie. And she runs off into the back. And then Jerry's are just kind of looking around like, well, what do we chop liver? And then Donnie eyes them. The Jerry's go, we'll go get drinks for the rest of them. And they also all run out. And Terry, the blacksmith, I already told you, was there too. Donnie looks at him and he goes, hey Terry, what are you even doing here? And Terry goes, I just wanted to see what's any. Just like with Sister Gorell, he gives Terry a look, and Terry goes, I'll go back to my smithy, and he runs out the door. And now you guys are just kind of in there alone with, from what you can tell, a very large goblin, very fancy looking goblin named Donnie.
And who the hell do you think you are?
I'm I like the attitude. You gotta Got some fight in you. I like it. You might be useful to me. I'm Donnie. I'm the Don of this village. Took over the Phandelver Miners Exchange. Wanted to. I didn't exactly win it like everybody else in here. Everybody else around here. Let's just say my contest wasn't with dice. Shall we say?
Oh, you killed the bitch that owned it before. Well, fair enough.
I don't like to use such strong language, and I don't take too kindly to just blatantly saying such things around here. But I'm also what's left of also a town master as well. I kind of run both. But they call me Donnie the Don. But I kind of run things around here now. So I didn't really like it too much when my workers like Terry there gets a little overzealous and decides to wake up in the middle of the night just to see what's going on. Nothing against you guys. It's them. I'm frustrated with. You guys are guests. From what I'm telling you, saved my associates, Jerry's, from the Cragmaw tribe.
Mm-hmm.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Well then.
Why do I get the feeling you're hooked into organized crime? And where is my invitation?
I'm gonna, cause you're my guest.
As a fellow Dawn.
Because you're my guest, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say anything just now. And I'm gonna walk out the door and go back to my own abode and get some sleep. But, and he pulls out, he goes into it's like a fancy suit style pajama. So he's kind of wearing, oh gosh, how do I even put it? I don't know what to call it. What's it? There's a famous TikToker that he's a official greeter. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He's really funny and cool. Like he does like really posh and uptight like introductions to people into like supermarkets and stuff. He's wearing this very sophisticated, like it looks like a silk overcoat in a weird way, or like a blazer. But I don't know. I'll have to send you guys a picture. But either way, he reaches into it and he pulls out a card. And on it just says Donnie. That's all it says. Doesn't say anything else. It's like, look like it's handwritten too. And he goes, here's my card. Don't hesitate to stop on by if you need anything, okay? Or if any of my associates in this town give you trouble. And he takes another puff of his pipe and walks out the door.
Donovan has some bad feelings about this dude. Not gonna lie, he seems a little bit even sketchier for me.
I want to burn his house down while he sleeps.
Well, that's putting it one way, but...
Gertrude's just eyeing up Furbo's arm again.
Gertrude? Gertrude.
Furby's slightly, like, shuffling, edging away.
She's got a small grin on her face.
Look, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think we may have made a mistake letting this town be taken over, as it were. Especially now that there's another Don involved. Donovan's not too happy about having someone share the first part of his name.
Furby thinks it's working out well. One Don for organized crime, one Don for disorganized crime.
I agree with Furball. I mean, this is the third time we've had people take over this town. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually anyway, so why not this guy?
We need to see if he's a decent enough person, I think. But then again, I think this town is probably lost already, so let's just carry on as normal, shall we? Let's see what this Don wants.
Remember, we still have Dragon Sneak Past and Spider Castle to do. So after dawn, maybe we do those.
I also put the greeter that I was talking about. He actually is on TikTok and he does that. And he stands outside and does very.
Yeah, he's wearing a silk bathrobe.
Yeah, it's a silk bathrobe. I just kind of couldn't find the word. Luckily, you got it, but it looks like very kind of, fancy.
It's a purple silk bathrobe with black
Yeah,
accents.
he's got an
People
ascot.
asleep.
He's got a collared shirt underneath it. Like it's fancier than it needs to be, clearly, than just simple. So yeah, that's kind of what he looks like. And yeah, so you guys are.
Just quickly, what would be the best one for us to do next? What, in terms of level wise, should we be doing? Because I've completely forgotten what order we should be doing these.
There is no real order. Actually, you can do any of them at any time. They are not designed like with a specific level in mind. So
Yeah, the quests we have open are sneaking past a dragon to rescue some dude who got lost, which is one of the regular side quests we were going through before break. Then we've got this done mafioso goblin guy. And then the Cragmore Castle, which should probably be last, or at least later than the others.
Isn't Isildur still camped outside the town? Wherever his name is.
Sildar Hellwinter, yeah.
Pretty sure
Still
it's
camped
Isildur,
outside.
He's still waiting on us getting our asses together and going and doing stuff.
I'm pretty sure Isildur's an elf from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I know it had something similar.
Actually, Isildur is not an elf. How dare you do your Lord of the Rings lore
Oh
wrong?
my god, did I get it wrong?
He's the first Numenorian.
yeah,
and
he's
he's
the
the
first-
descendant
yeah,
of
he's the king.
Aragorn.
The first Numorian, he's not from Lord of the Rings, he's from the Silmarillion.
He's the descendant of the Numenorian. He's the first line of Numenorian king. No, he's not. No, he's part of the first line, actually,
Yeah,
because the line was broken and Aragorn comes back. But yeah. Isildur was where the line broke. And
Yeah,
but Aragorn's his descendant. So yes.
In any case,
Sidetrack.
we have to do the dragon sneak past and eventually the castle, but the dawn thing should come before the castle. So
I agree with Furbog. I say we check out this dawn thing since we're in town before we go out.
Yes.
I mean, it's late in the night, though, too. Do you guys want to go back to sleep? Or are you guys just up and about?
Addison
no
would
time
like to
like
stealth
the present.
around.
Oh, so you're... Okay. All right.
Donovan will stealth in the opposite direction to Addison to get a bonus on distraction.
how many of us have dark vision?
That's
I
me.
do.
And any of us,
Well, Gertrude, sorry.
Gertrude and Addison, bunny rabbits don't, I don't think.
No,
And I know I don't.
we've never had that problem in the past, though.
I have dark vision.
Yep, so it's Addison and Gertrude. So Addison's going to stealth around. Gertrude, you got rudely waking up. Are you going to just stay up now? But I say, as you guys are debating this...
Yeah, Gertrude's just waiting for our job. She's wondering what the hell we're doing here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to distract you, Gertrude, at the same time, is Gorell sets a tankard in front of you. And it's kind of small. It's actually not real big. It looks like it's like a normal drink size, but definitely not something that you get served by Jerry's. And at this exact same time, the Jerry's run in with the normal size tankards, the huge ones, big old pints, and sits in front of everybody else. And Gorell looks around and goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and grabs the drink. And Jerry, and as soon as she picks up the drink, another Jerry comes in behind her and sets the proper size in front of you. He goes, "Hey, you don't work here, so let us do the job. I mean, Donnie's gone, as you can tell. How about you go back to your home? Do you need me to walk you?" And as he says that, he's blushing a little bit. She goes, No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Jerry and Gorell, before you disappear, what's with this new Don? What's the deal?
Well,
Do you like him?
I don't like this line of
Do you
questioning.
like him?
You see, I got a job to do. I've got a job to do, and your line of questioning is going to get me in
17
trouble.
intimidation. I'm going for this.
No, you're not, because I didn't tell you to roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
Nah, you can't just check every time.
No, you don't. No, and actually, I would have had you do it had you not rolled beforehand. So, bitch, this
Learn
is
your
my game.
manners.
Yeah, no. So he before you could even press him, he wanders off into the back room.
Are any of the other Jerrys still around?
I mean, they're one's wiping a table now because I mean, it looks like they're kind of like you guys. Even though it's the middle of the night and they looked groggy before, after the interaction with Don, they might as well have drank like a double shot of espresso. They are ready to go. One's already cleaning everything, one's sweeping. It looks like another one's running upstairs. There's 5 Jerrys.
Okay.
If you guys really want to count them. There is 5 different Jerrys, which is odd because when you guys came, it's really odd for you, is that when you first started here, there was 3.
Yeah, they're multiplying.
You're really kind of wondering where the other 2 came from. But at the same time, it's like the entire town is now filled with different goblins. So, I mean, that part itself is very odd, but like 2 more Jerrys is kind of another one on the list of things that's just weird about the town now. But yeah, there's 5 of them. 2 of them are running upstairs. Actually, one is running upstairs when you guys notice this. Another one's running down the stairs with sheets from y'all's rooms. Looks like they're about to do laundry and stuff like that. And so they're just going to town cleaning.
Right, so Furby's gonna sit in a chair and try and casually lean back and say, "We've done lots of work here. Took down Red Gang when being bad leader. Took down Clark before for being bad leader. Real good there isn't any more. Terrible, despotic, diabolical, dictatorial leaders who'll kill people for not following them around, else we'd have to fight them too." And just kind of shrug his shoulders while being as loud as possible.
So, as you say this, see, Sister Gorell was on her way out, but she stops at the door, and she eyes you, Furby, when you say that, and gives a eye motion, like she like to motion out the door.
Okay.
To kind of like follow her, and she walks out the door.
Okay.
Do you all go? I mean, she just motioned to Furby, but from what she looks, she kind of met all your eyes, I would say, and to motion to go out, so she wants you all to follow.
Okay.
So
up I get, off I go.
Yeah. Okay. Heck, actually,
you guys go
why not? Furby's gonna. Does it seem like anyone's trying to look like paying too much attention to us as we're going?
No, I mean, about as much attention as a waiter would do. But what you were saying, a great comparison of this would be as if you're talking and there's like waiters and waitresses around you in a restaurant, but you're talking to the person across the table. They're generally just ignoring you.
Okay.
Like they have no real indication that you're talking to them directly.
So no reaction from the whole "we'll kill anyone who's being a shit leader" thing.
Oh no! I mean, this is an inn in a Forgotten Realms. This is not the first time, like, killing. I mean, these guys are also from a bandit tribe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, killing and stuff like that is not exactly something unheard of or a big deal to them.
Okay,
so,
cool.
It's just common talk to them.
Furby will get up and follow the lady.
Okay. All right. And as you guys kind of walk out the door, one of the Jerrys goes like, "Hey, yeah, come and get." As you can tell, we're up and about. What looks like the other Jerry's fixing your sheets as we speak. It should be ready if you guys want to go back to sleep here in about 10 minutes or so. We're pretty fast on cleaning sheets, so yeah, it'll be ready. We'll be here when you get back. And they get right back to sleeping and cleaning. So you guys go out, and as you guys walk out, surprisingly, she walked very fast. Because you look out and there's nothing, like it's completely empty. And also what's odd is before this town, it looks just like when it was run by the Red Brands. And I say that is because after they got rid of the Red Brands, before you got rid of the Red Brands, at night it was very dark. Like there wasn't a light in the house anywhere. There was nothing. It could be almost pitch black. Just the moon was the only light that you would get. After the Red Brands, there was lights and windows thing. It was kind of like, it felt like a normal village at that point. It's back to that point. And that's what you notice immediately. Because when you guys came back in, you guys noticed that the goblins were here and stuff, but it was during the day. And this is the first time you guys have seen it at night with all these goblins. And also kind of shocked is just how fast of a transition it was. Because it's only been a few days for you guys have been gone. But it's completely empty, and you have just enough light from the moon to look over. And you guys, obviously it's Sister Grill that you're following. So you guys look over to the Shrine of Luck that she normally is at, and her house behind it. And at the doorway of her house, you can see she's at the door with the lantern, about halfway in the door, halfway out, and looks at you all and motions for you to come.
Okay.
Furby's going to start looking towards her.
Yeah.
She seems a trustworthy lady. She'll find you out.
Addison wanted to follow the dawn.
Ooh.
Oh, you're gonna follow
Yes.
the dawn. Okay, so okay. That's the interesting thing. You guys were all in the tavern. Dad, I didn't let you talk too much after he left. I'm gonna give you a chance. Did you wait with all this? Did you leave? Did you wait until now to go, or did you leave immediately as he left?
Immediately as he left.
Okay, yeah, this will be like the only time. But I sadly didn't give Josh a chance to talk, to where he could tell me this if he wanted to. So I'm gonna let him retcon just a little. So yeah, you go ahead and roll a stealth roll for me.
I clicked on it. Rolled a 7.
Okay, so as soon as you walk out, he's just walking down the road. He takes a right, which is odd because the Townmaster's Hall and Phandelver's Exchange is, to the left from where you leave the Stonehill Inn, and then it goes around the corner right there. You guys know where it's at. But he takes a right, and he goes down all the way to the Sleeping Giant. Then he takes a right and goes into the forest. You're following him. You're about 20 paces away. This isn't your first time sneaking. You know the distance to keep back from somebody. And he goes off into a field. There's a field right there by the elderly farm. He goes out in the middle of it. He takes a left. He's just leading you around. You don't know this, but he clearly knows you're following him, and he's just walking around. You have no clue. He has no real he just gives no indication that he knows you're there, so you don't know this. But for everybody kind of reading this, it's just you're just being run around. Yeah, you don't have to move Addison's token because they don't stay at the elderly farm. I'm not going to spend 30 minutes explaining where they go here, they go here, they go here, they go here, they go here. But he never stops walking. He just keeps walking. But it's along the outskirts, and so he kind of even goes along you can see on the map there's a broken down a wall from where there used to be like a rock wall. He's just tracking that now. Like he's just walking along the wall as if he's running a foot track.
Picking up on what he's doing and decides to go back to the group and let them know that he's just wandering around. He knows he's being followed. This is no point.
If you left,
Go ahead.
hang on.
Give
if
me
you
a
left
perception.
before we left and the girl stuff happened, you left right away, right?
Yes.
You don't.
Yeah, he left.
You don't know where we are.
He would probably go right. He would go right back to the Stonehill.
Yeah, he don't know.
And you want perception?
But go and give me a perception roll.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
roll a
here we
perception
go.
roll that you even know he's.
22.
Oh, 22. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you figured out. By the second you walk, I would say you figured out by the second you walk to the elderly farm, and he just like meets the wall that's there, and just takes a left and just starts walking along the wall. You're like, oh, okay. And so you just turn around and go back because you're a tabaxi, you're a seaworthy person. This probably, just like I said before, it ain't the first time you did stealth. It probably ain't the first time you've had someone try to track you, and you do these numbers where you just walk in circles till they leave. So yeah, you knew. You leave, but you go back to the Stonehill Inn, and nobody's there. But you see the Jerry's going crazy, cleaning everything. So what do you do, Addison?
Jerry's.
Do you just go back to sleep, or do you ask them, or what?
Jerry's, where did the group go? And can I get 2 bottles of rum to go and a glass right now?
Okay. See, we kind of have a thing with we really pleaded with the Don with the Don about the ale thing for you guys, how great it is, and he's totally okay with us giving you guys free ale and stuff. The rum though, that's like we make the ale. Actually, we kind of pride ourselves on it. The rum we have to.
I'll
order.
take the ale.
Okay, yeah, we got you some. So, you want it to go? Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll give you a small keg. We have some small barrels out there and give you a couple pints. Sadly, we don't have a lot of like pint glasses, so if you could just bring the glasses back to us. But yeah, you guys are good. You're talking to the one that's sweeping. He motions to one that's wiping the counter down, and the one wiping behind the counter nods his head, reaches behind the counter, pulls out a small keg. I would say about the size, about a foot tall, like 7 inches in diameter. It's a big keg, but by no means like a keg of beer that you would see nowadays, like huge. But it's enough that, you probably get 2-3 pints, full pints out of it. And they reach behind the counter and grab 2 pint tankards. If you're wondering where they're at, I hate to say we don't really know. We've been kind of so busy working. We watched them walk out. But they didn't exactly tell us where they were going. So, but they left about a minute ago. You may still see them.
Okay, what about this Dawn character? What do you know about him?
Oh, he's our boss.
When did that start?
About a day or 2 ago.
So he just kind of come in and took over?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how we goblins roll. He's big and everything, and so we kind of he seemed really smart, so we just let him be our town master.
So basically, you just let him run things. Okay.
Yeah, and so far he's running pretty good. I mean, it's just kind of how we goblins are. I mean, you remember from Kragmaw tribe, we let those guys, those bugbears control us, and they don't like us. That's why we're so thankful for you guys for letting us live and killing off them and not coming back for us and stuff. I don't know. It feels like a breath of fresh air, really. And as soon as he says that, though, like he gets to that point, like you see a glass fly from behind the counter and hit him beside the head. And he goes, what? And he looks behind the counter, and the Jerry is behind the counter, looks him dead in the face and goes, "Shut your mouth." And then Jerry goes, you could have just asked. He's sorry. I mean,
Addison takes a sip
look,
of her.
and he looks at the guy behind the counter. He looks at you and goes, "Look, I'm not gonna talk too much." And he looks at the guy behind the counter, eyes him. He says, "I'm not gonna say too much, but I do want to explain to these guys if they're gonna be here in and out. It's kind of our habit too, Goblin. We don't talk about our master. We want to explain that to you. It's just
Understandable.
it's just kind of how we
Understandable.
roll. Yeah.
But Addison's thinking to herself that she knows the trolls or the goblins are keeping stuff from her. And I go out.
Well, I would say, would you do a perception roll on that?
See what I get on this.
Yeah.
Here we go. 16.
Oh, 16. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it, but at the same time, I'm going to say this with a 16, though. You can perceive that, I mean, it's what seems like they're keeping secret is important. And you can definitely tell that whatever it is they're keeping from you is important to them. So, yeah.
Addison smiles.
But go ahead, what you're
Addison
saying.
smiles and nods and raises the glass and says, "Well, here's to new ownership. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to go find the group."
Oh, if you said you wanted that to go.
Yeah, one glass for here, one to go.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. And so, because I assume then you probably raised it to your lips from the keg. So they take the keg back from you, they fill it back up, and they give it back to you. And it's like, yeah, you could have just asked me. I'd have given you one for here, and then, you said you wanted a keg and 2 glasses to go. So yeah, here you go. You keep that to go, and here's your free glass for you. And they wave you on your way. Now, I'm not going to repeat everything multiple times for everybody, just for audio's sake. The explanation Addison just got is exactly what Gorell was giving you. Like at this exact same time. Addison, you don't really know. You walk out and there's just nothing going on. But this exact same time Addison's getting this explanation, Sister Gorell is telling you guys, it's just the Dawn. Talking about him out in the open is very, like, it's a goblin thing. They admire strength above all. And he just showed up about a day ago, and being a very big and very smart and intelligent goblin without actually being like, say, a hobgoblin, but an actual goblin, they flock to him. And they're obvious. I mean, come on, like, look how fast they won this town over. They're creatures of opportunity, and he took the opportunity and he took over, and they were more than welcome. But it was the second he took over, things changed in the goblins. Like, they started, like, they act that way you saw, where they act like they're scared, but when I catch them not, like, when they think no one's looking, they smile a lot. Like, they're happy the way they are. So, they really like you. So I think that's why they just won't outright tell you or get mad at you. Like, we had a fellow come in, like, late, like, I think right after you guys arrived. You see that he's not here. He started asking the same questions you guys did, and they ran him out of town. I mean, they didn't kill him or anything, but they ran him out of town because they just didn't like him. They love you guys, but you keep asking those questions and stuff, and you're going to make them uncomfortable.
Maybe just goblin tradition then? Show respect to leader by fearing them, but leader still good?
I mean, that's kind of what I can gather.
Where does...
I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's...
Where does he live?
I don't know. I see him in the Town Master's Hall. I see him at the Phandelver Miners Exchange, but he's invited me over for some drinks a couple times. He's very sweet. A little gruff and weird in the way he talks. He definitely talks differently than the rest of the goblins. And obviously I was here when there was people here, and they all kind of shunned me away. And it's I guess it's a little bit of a breath of fresh air that people are just, welcome me in. And I mean, I've never felt more, appreciated. But he's been very nice. But both locations, both the Phandelver's Exchange and the Townmaster's Hall, do not have beds in them. They've never were equipped to be lived in. So I hate to tell you, I don't know what house he's living in.
I think I need to have a word with him, Don v. Don.
Oh, I would not say that to him.
Why is that?
Don is kind of a thing. Like, it's a title
because
to
they
them.
might die of cringe, that's why.
His name is Donnie, yes. But he's Donnie the Don. It's a title.
And
so he's
Donovan,
not Don the Don. He's Donnie the Don. So it's a title. And your name's Donovan. If you were to start referring to yourself as a Don, it might kind of insult him or see as if you're coming onto his
No, I can't
turf.
say...
I said they're very territorial things. They're very territorial.
I can't say I'm about to go by the name of Don. My name is Donovan. When I meant Don v. Don, I meant as in, I thought his name was Don, so,
Yeah, but it's Donnie the Don, so it's...
Oh, well, Donnie v. Donovan, then. There you go.
Right, when you say talk, bunny man, do you mean nice talk or knife talk?
No, nice talk for starters. It tends...
Are you being truthful?
I am, actually. Donovan is a rogue. He is a thief.
I mean, these are also... Your friends have seen you just walk up and stab things in the side of the head without warning. So...
100%.
Like, do you guys believe him when he says he's going to quietly and calmly talk to this? Especially Gertrude has seen Donovan, like, attack the previous owner of the Phandelver's Exchange just because of how she talked to him. So, what do you Do you guys really trust that Donovan's just gonna let it go and be very calm and sweet?
Mostly? What
Why am I letting go? There's nothing to let go. He hasn't insulted anyone.
What do you want to talk to him about?
I just want to see how he's running things. I'm a bit curious.
At night?
I mean, he's already awake somewhere.
He may have job for us.
Exactly. That too, Gertrude. Good idea.
Last I saw, he was going near Adderley Farm.
I hate to say it, Addison, you're actually not there. When you walked out, you're on the porch because they're inside her house. You don't see anything, and the lights are out. It looks like when she let him in, I mean, yeah, they've got light there, but she's also got like shutters on her windows and stuff to keep the light from coming out. So, yeah, like it's, you can see, you don't see anything. You have no clue where they're at, but these are just them four in there. We haven't heard anything from Vine in a while. Vine, what are you doing? Like, you're with them, but what are you thinking? What are you? I kind of want to bring Cartman into this. What are you talking? What are you thinking? Cartman.
Uh-oh. How long's Cartman been dead?
Cartman. Okay, well, so I guess at the exact moment that
he saw her and he
everything
just swooned because she's so pretty.
yeah, he swooned, he passed out. So he's actually back.
I mean, he's still in the Discord call. He's just...
Yeah, we're gonna retcon it just a little bit. Addison, when you walked in there, Viney was just passed out in a chair. And Jerry's like, yeah, he hasn't moved. They just kind of left, and they just kind of left.
You could say
there.
that Furble felt a really, really sharp pain in his arm.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, he's already had 4 damage, so I would say he's kind of like, he's sleepy, he's at the pain, whatever. Like, a lot's happened, he passed out. So it's only Furby, Gertrude, and Donovan is in this house.
I think he's legit asleep. I can't get hold of him.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we can finish this without it's fine.
Chicken was still
yeah.
woozy in the drugs for the arm exchange. It's all good.
It's gonna fill his hard drive up with him sleeping.
Oh my god. Yeah, you really gotta get a hold of him then. Let's get it to stop. Either way, Furby and Gertrude and Donovan, you guys kind of gotta get this. And sorry, go back to your conversation though, because I kind of interrupted it to see what Cartman was doing. So.
Yeah, let's just go and talk to the Don. See if we can find him.
Nothing better to do.
We're awake now, so...
Yeah, you guys were going to try to do that, and I think, because I interrupted Josh, because Josh was explaining where he saw the Dawn, but Josh is not there.
Oh, we are missing a cat.
We're also missing a chicken now, apparently. Oh, dear.
Okay. Well, if you guys leave, I mean, I would assume you guys would see... I mean, once the door opens, Addison is alert. I'm not even going to make you do a perception roll, especially considering you have a 16 and you had a 22. And it's dead of night. It's very calm. It ain't gonna take much when you're on the porch of the inn to just see the door of Sister Grell's open and these 3 walk out. So. And do you call at them, Madison? Do you let them know they're there? Or
Josh is also asleep.
No. I was thinking I'm gonna walk towards the group and let them know pretty much the same thing that they heard was, the same thing that I heard. And I'm not really trusting this guy in my head, and something needs to be done about him, and quickly. So that's when I yell out to the group. Like, hey!
I don't think untrustworthy is really the way to go. I think it's just goblin terms. But yes, we should go see what he wants. If we can probably just shout and he'll probably appear somewhere. If that's probably how it works, Dukin?
He's got wings.
Well...
Yeah.
Someone has wings. No one we have access to at the moment.
Someone who's quietly sleeping at their desk and hopefully
actually,
doesn't start
hang on, big brain. Was he he was wearing a distinctive silk bathrobe, right?
Yes. The bathhouse.
Oh, I don't have a detect object. Never mind.
Oh, sod it. Donovan's going to walk out into the middle and be like, Don, we are interested in your job? If you're around, can you talk to us?
Dawn, are you in the room with
No
us
response.
tonight? Or that Ouija board?
Do, 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 do.
There is no response.
Okay, never mind. Let's go tickle a dragon's balls.
Fair enough.
You guys just give up that easy? You're
We
done?
don't know where to find them. There's a whole town. And unless we want to go knocking on doors and waking everyone the fuck up.
I mean, it's the middle of the night. You guys are pretty much like... I'm just gonna say, like, you guys could just go to sleep and wait till the morning. Like, that's literally the option.
Fair enough.
As well. I'm just gonna retcon on that one, but it's like 2, as I said, like 2 a.m. So your choice is, well,
But maybe the dragons...
guess no one's gonna talk to me at 2 a.m. Fine, let's leave.
I mean, we could...
It's like,
the
or we could
dragon
just, I
might
don't
be
know, go back to
asleep if
sleep.
it's nighttime. It might be better.
By the time we get there, it
It's
might
like
be
a
day.
3 days ride. I don't think you're gonna get it within like an hour. It's gonna take you like 3 days ride to get to Thunder Tree. That's where it's at, by the way.
Well,
So
yeah, back to bed then.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm just saying, you could go ahead and go to Thunder Tree. That's
Nah, we'll head
perfectly
to
fine.
bed. Take a little nap.
Been an
okay.
hour of us fucking around in town.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys, you just go to sleep. The Jerrys are working like crazy, and you guys just go up to your rooms. Vine is still passed out in a chair. They just start sweeping around him. It's kind of entertaining. They lift up his wing because his wing's just draped off. And they sweep under the wing and they lay the wing back down, and they just keep as if he's not even there. And they just keep going. And you wake up, and Vine is still passed out when you guys wake up. And the Jerrys are kind of I mean, the place is spotless. Like, you could rub, and it surprisingly is kind of scary, is it smells fantastic in there. You even look at all the wood, and the wood looks better than it did when you went to sleep. And you kind of can look closely enough. I'm not going to make you do a perception roll for something this mundane, but it looks like they put a fresh polish of, like, stain on every piece of wood and everything, and it looks like it's been clear. Like, it looks like weeks upon weeks of work they've done in like 2 hours. The place looks like a new thing. It looks, what's even kind of crazier too is there's new decorations. Like, it looks like it has like some nice swords and shields on the wall. There's we even shocked too. There's a fire pit in the middle, very ornate. It's sitting on a bed of gravel and everything. It's very warm and it's a good little atmosphere. And they're just sitting behind the counter, wiping the counters down. One's running back and forth with kegs and things, their normal endeavors, as if what happened to this place overnight did not happen. But yep, the only thing the same is Viney passed out in a chair, and a goblin standing on the table that it's at, slapping him, trying to wake him up. It is not working. And he sees you guys come down the stairs. Hey, yeah, as I said, you guys got rooms to yourself, everything, no worries. We're just small goblins. He's not exactly light, and we don't have quite the manpower at the moment for us all to just pick up and leave. We had way too much going on last night. Could one of you guys go take him to his room? Because we can't just have a passed out bird in the middle of our restaurant. As you can tell, we worked really hard on making this place look nice for the Don. So if you could, bring him up to his room, we'll take care of it from there.
Sure. The Furby can be used again. He'll pick up those in Viney and bring him up.
Okay. I'm not even going to make you roll for any of that or just narrate it. Yeah, you just pick him up, walk to his room, set him down, and you guys go back. So it's morning now. I would say not early morning. I'd say 7. Enough that you can even tell from outside. You hear sounds and ruckus from outside because you had a nice little sleep in, especially considering you woke up in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. So you slept in real nice. And there's goblins just bustling around the town square. And what's kind of creepy is you guys saw this at night. It was dark. It's as if this was a ghost town. This is the exact opposite. The second you walk outside, it is like a bustling metropolis. There's more goblins here than there ever was. I mean, like you've ever seen before. Easily 200 to 300 goblins, just everywhere. More than what you'd think this village could hold. Just going back and forth. Some are doing this. Some are carrying lumber. Some are carrying rocks. Looks like there's a lot of construction going on. There's stalls set up on the town green. All kinds of vendors, female kid goblins, female goblins, everything you could think of. This is a goblin city. It is very different than what you know. So, but all in the middle of it in the town green, walking around, eyeing the stalls, people handing him things and everything is Donnie. And he's not wearing the silk suit pajamas, the silk bathrobe that you saw him before. He's got his pipe before, but it looks like he's actually got a few strands of hair, just like a normal goblins don't have full heads of hair, but they've got, a few strands like what you would think. And he's got a nice comb over. It's slicked down. It looks like it's greased up, and he's wearing a very nice black suit. Got a handkerchief, a nice tie. He's got an ascot. He is a man of business, for what you can tell. And when you look around, as he's interacting with these goblin stalls and everything, they jump when the second they notice he's there. But then they start giving him things and smiling and going on. And he calmly takes the things that they're giving him and he walks on. You can clearly tell he is the boss around here. But
okay, well.
And what do you do?
Donovan will walk over and be like, Don. Don, you seem to have had a job for us. You seem to have got the town working quite nicely, I must admit. What's the job you want us to do then?
Job? First things first, you guys are my guests. Please don't use my title. Donnie. It's Donnie. I'll be more than happy to address your titles, but I feel like from the way you guys have treated my Jerrys and from what they speak so highly of you, I consider you family. So you can please consider me Donnie. Call me Donnie. I don't like to be called by my title besides my associates around here. He waves his hands to all the goblins around. But he says, but no, to you guys, it's Donnie.
Fair enough.
I don't know what you guys mean by job. I really have job. I mean, as you can see, I've got plenty of associates to do my jobs for me. Now I don't really have anything big. Now, trust me, I will let y'all know if a big job that my goblins can't do come up. But at the moment, you can see, and he points to a row of goblins. Looks like one's going one way and one's going another, carrying a lot of construction supplies, as you can tell. He's like, we're doing a lot of repairs. Clearly this was a human town. And we're kind of adjusting some aspects of our personal homes and everything to be more goblified. Now, obviously, as you can tell, the Stonehill Inn would be great for us to be goblified, but no, we welcome travelers like you, especially our guests. It is great the way it is for our guests. Not everybody's as small as us, eh? We got some halflings maybe, but come on, we don't want to make Furbolg over there uncomfortable. It's such a tiny
But we'll just give a happy little wave.
But we're
over.
adjusting everything else.
Is there any way I can do a perception to see if this is legit?
The insight.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I think it'd be insight.
Can I insight check to be like, is he's legit or is he just full of shit?
I mean, I'm not going to make you roll for it because he's actually being legit. I don't really know how to tell you. I mean, I could basically say, if you want to go ahead and roll whether or not Donovan would know, and whether or not, if he rolls so badly that Donovan would just be completely suspicious of him forever because he has no way of freaking knowing. But if you rolled anything above a 10...
You know what, for role-playing,
I would
I'd
say-
say, yeah, sure, for role-play, I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, over a 10. Yeah, he knows. Surprisingly, and I would say even as a rogue, you've been around, you've dealt with cheats, liars, con artists, everything like that. He surprisingly he feels like he fits in that category, but he's not lying. Like his demeanor and everything about him gives off crime boss. Like that's kind of obviously it's kind of what I'm going for, but he's being honest with you. This is not a lie. This is something that your fellow, like your friends within this underworld, would say to you, and because they wouldn't lie to you. So.
But he just nods. Okay.
Respect one done to another.
Keep doing you.
So, yeah. Which I hate to be the bearer of bad news. On one aspect. So, you guys were given a building on the other side of the Sleeping Giant. Alright, by the previous owners. We've...
Hold that.
What?
Yeah, the ruin. I forgot about that for a minute.
Yes, you guys were given the ruin. I vaguely remembered it, but I did. And I hate to tell you, we're gonna leave our stores ungoblified, but we've got a ton of goblins here. I hope you don't mind, we kind of repossessed it. But, as accommodations, as I said, just like what the Jerry's told you, you've always got rooms at the Stonehill Inn. Consider it your home. But we cannot give up land. It didn't go through, they didn't go... I hate... It really breaks my heart.
Donnie, don't worry about it. To be fair, I don't think we ever stepped foot in that building.
Yeah, and as he's apologizing, it doesn't really look like he's groveling, but he bows a little bit as he's patting his heart. And the second he does this, like to see him kind of Joe General, like, apology, everybody stops. Like, it's like freeze. And everybody is just watching him do this. And once you tell him that, he looks around and notices everybody stopping. He's like, what, is it supposed to be like a circus or something? And the second he says that, everybody goes right back to Clint. Like, again. I guess they were all just a smidge shocked to see him, would say groveling, but begging for forgiveness for the fact that he took your home back. So, but yes, as I said, you will always have a home at the Stonehill Inn. You will always have rooms for you. I hate to say it's very limited on rooms too, so you won't have ones with like your names on it or something, but we will keep it clean. Every time you guys come here, there will be an empty room for you, but if you're gone, we will have to rent that room out to adventurers and stuff, so I wouldn't keep possessions in them.
Yeah, Furby does have one question. There were...
Go ahead.
Not so many goblins here a while ago, and now there are very many goblins. Where did so many come from that there are so many in this town now? We know the Jerrys came from Cragmore, but there are more than Jerrys now.
Word gets around in our, that's how I say, our own little goblin world. Alright. The Jerrys let me know. I've known the Jerrys for a while. They let Barry, Terry, Derry, Gary, Timmy, Jimmy, and, of course, Jim, but we don't talk about Jim. Don't confuse Jimmy with Jim. It's different. We had those two different ones. But we let them all know we came here. Won our spots in this town with our own means, and word travels fast. Alright, these people heard a goblin run village of only goblins. And you don't pass that up. Our lives, just like you said, Jerry's were a Cragmaw tribe. That's usually the life of us goblins. Bandits hiding in caves, being stepped on by things bigger than us. This is a new life. we offer a new life. So, we have shorter lives than all of you, so thus we work faster and do things differently than the rest of you. So it may seem an explosion of population, but this is just normal goblin life to us. Well, not quite as normal. As I said, we usually are in caves, but we're normally work this fast. We spread this fast. We do things this fast. And yes, I will let you do an insight on that. And yes, he is telling the truth.
Oh, good thing he is. Does 22?
Yeah. Jay got 22. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
You're alright, Don. Furby bigger than you, but not gonna step. You're alright.
Oh, we ain't gotta worry about that. Trust me, we're to a point now at this large scale. One big tough guy isn't exactly gonna be a problem for us, if you get my drift.
Good.
So, yeah. So, but no, we don't even talk like that. You're never considered a threat here. As I said, you're family. All right.
I feel
So,
like we should invest in this town now, somewhat.
Yeah. We do need to head out at some point, though, for the dragon.
Yes, with our sleeping Aarakocra.
Yeah. I mean, we're at an hour and a half. And we've got a sleeping Aarakocra.
Yeah, we
We're
can't-
probably gonna get to a point where if you go off and do combat, it's gonna be a little difficult with Cartman being gone. So,
Can't be
do you
asleep.
guys have anything else you want to do in the town, or anything at all? Or
Fuck it,
what
let's
does
just go
Gertrude
all
want to
in.
do? What does
All the
Addison want to do?
NPCs we
What's
know
going
are
on?
gone. Oh, actually,
Yeah, I mean,
how much gold does the party have, Donovan?
In terms of gold pieces, 505, 5 platinum, 63 electrum, 395 silver, and 1,350 copper.
Anyone want to upgrade their shit?
That's actually also I've got paradox and pearls, paradox, carmelines, T-ring, and the spike gauntlets to give back to the other people that
Are
Gertrude
now not
dropped.
here.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
fuck it, let's go sell some shit.
Let's go to the blacksmiths and get you guys some better stuff. Furby can't, because Druid, but everyone else can.
Can we sell the paradox and pearls anywhere?
oh,
And the silver
so you're
T-ring?
asking? Are you asking the DM?
Yeah,
as
we're asking you.
Matt. Or are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking
Dawn.
you.
Asking me? Oh yeah. There's. I mean, you know where the stores are. There's the Lion Shield coaster. That is a. That's the weapon shop. Kind of what you know is a weapon
they
shop.
still
and
there?
then there's the Barthen's.
Yeah, they're all there.
There's
There's
Barthen's
different
provisions.
people.
Well, you don't know. I mean, the buildings are still there. I mean, you guys have never. I mean, for what it sounds like, there is no more humans there. But he did say we're gonna leave. Word for word, he said we leave the stores and stuff humified, for visitors.
Yeah, fuck it. Lion Shield coaster it is. We did the
But Barthen's, that's where the weapons are, and there's Barthen's provisions, where that gave you the mission with the ox cart and everything. That's the general store.
Nothing
So,
we're
then you
gonna
have the smithy.
buy should cost more than 500.
Oh god, no.
So we should probably head to the armory and get. Does anyone really want a better weapon or better armor?
I want better arm.
Better
You know,
armor.
Gertrude, she's not interested in weapons unless she sees something very specific.
Fair enough.
Quite happy with my with most of my gear, to be honest. It's pretty okay, unless there's anything better we can find.
Is there a potions place in town or like an apothecary?
Yeah, there's the herbalist, which is Harbin Wester's home.
Okay,
Which would
That
have
was
been-
the woman that you guys rescued.
Yeah,
Furby's
Donovan
gonna.
was hoping to get lucky there.
Yeah, Furby's gonna
Sorry.
beg some spending money off of the bunny
Oh, dude, party money, we can all use it.
and see about getting some health potions potentially.
I have 3.
You have 3?
Yeah, Gertrude's got a couple in her pocket as well.
Okay, Furby's like the only. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, we're good for health potions, Verbolg.
I
Maybe
think we're
we
kind
can
of.
get you some leather armor?
I already got it, I think.
Better leather armor?
What armor do I have?
Yeah,
Leather.
there's studded. There is studded.
Studded has
leather.
metal.
What do you,
That's what the studs
Oh.
are, and I can't wear metal.
That's why mine started.
I think we're kind of just stuck waiting on the bird.
Yeah, I think Cartman being asleep's kind of fucked us a little bit.
We can make this just a shorter episode and cut it off where we
I
just
mean, you
we
guys
stop
did,
talking to Dawn.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, also at the same time, as I said, you haven't met any of these people.
Okay, let's just go talk to people.
Okay, sure.
You want to go that route without actually, introduce some canon characters for people.
Lion Shield Coaster.
Yeah, Lion Shield Coaster. All right, you guys walk in, and it doesn't look much different. Now, surprisingly, it looks different, but it doesn't look like would be any different than where you walk into, like, say, a human village. But when I say it looks different, it looks kind of like the Stonehill Inn. Like, it is fresh. It looks like this was just built. That's how clean, that kind of meant to say with the Stonehill Inn. It is so clean and, like, new stain and everything. It looks like it was just built, like, a minute ago. Like, let alone overnight, it feels like. And behind the counter, sharpening and polishing a sword is a goblin. Obviously, surprise, surprise. And as you walk in, he stands up looks like he was standing on a very tall stool to be able to look behind the counter, but he kind of stands up on it, stands up straight, and goes, hey, welcome in. This is we used to call it the Lion Shield Coaster. I call it Timmy's Stab. What do you think? I'm brainstorming ideas. What do you, sound bad?
Excellent name.
If you can't tell, my
Much better than
name's
before.
Timmy.
Why not
Timmy's-
Stabby Mookstab?
Stabby McStab. I gotta write that one down. He pulls out a piece of paper and he writes it down. And from what you hear in the back, and he says, "I'm telling you, those names are rubbish." And from behind from what looks like an opening into the back room comes a female goblin that has got an apron on. She's wiping her hands on the apron, but it's got soot and looks like grease and everything. She would look like she would fit in very well at a smithy. She goes, "I'm telling you, those names are rubbish. I liked the Lion Shield Coaster." He says, "But we can't do the Lion Shield Coaster. We cannot. It's officially tied to the guild, the Lion Shield Coaster. We can't do that." She goes, "I'm telling you then, we should do something like Goblin Name, but gosh, Stabby Stab sounds like something you'd come up in when you were in one of those tribes. I told you not to mention when I was in the tribe." And they start bickering back and forth as this goes on. Do you guys just let it continue, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just want to hear me just throw these voices back and forth, you shitheads.
We're not intervening in a marital dispute.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But as he starts doing this, and she kind of stops him, she puts her hands up and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna tell you, we're still brainstorming the ideas. You're no help at all," looks at Furby. "Stabby Stab is a horrible name. Come on. Really? Stabby Stab?"
It's
Either way.
descriptive. A name that tells you what you're gonna get. You
I
buy
mean, yeah, but do
Stabby
you
Stab?
really want to walk into a place that mentions Stabby Stab? Like, yeah, you probably get stuff to stab, but you also would have the indication you might get stabbed.
How about the Stabby Shield Coaster? Bit of both? No?
And they freeze in their tracks.
Uh-oh.
And then they look at each other, they smile and go, "Stabby Shield Coaster it is." And so she walks back to the back, and he goes like, "Well, I gotta say, I thank you guys for that. Tell you what, I have these really nice daggers here. I just polished. I can't really give away too much, but I'll let you pick one, Bunny Man."
Oh, okay. What am I choosing from then?
You see 3 daggers in front of you. They are shit. Like, that's the fun. Like, you've seen daggers before. And he goes, "Look, I'm not. These were ones that okay. You want me to spit it out? We were gonna throw them away. All right, but you know what? I feel bad making you choose for them. How about you just take them? They'll work good as, like, picking your teeth out, or just pieces of metal.
Can I tape one to each
No,
one?
I mean, they're not real sharp. That's why we're going to throw them away. We can't do anything to them.
I feel like a rabbit weasel with a knife taped to it would be kind of
You
amusing.
can always do
I
it.
mean, you could. I mean, as I said, it's just kind of like a hunk of metal, and he like slides one across his hand, and it does nothing. He's
You
like,
can
see, it's
sharpen
literally
it.
like just
Yeah.
can you sharpen that? And it's like a half-inch thick. It's literally as if someone took a piece of metal and put a handle on it.
Oh.
it's as close to dull as you could possibly get.
Well, how much for these spiked gauntlets that our friend no longer seems to want to use? And I plan on buying something very nice for Gertrude with it. If there is anything that Gertrude would want.
More gauntlets.
Ooh. Tell you what. Yeah.
Can Gertrude learn
I'm
Mage
going-
Hand so she can get a third gauntlet on the Mage Hand?
I'm going to ask a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, you could do two things. You could come back later. You see, we're just now we didn't even have a name for the place. We're just now getting our bearings, and it's not like the previous owners were just gonna leave us their gold that they had to use to buy stuff. So we don't exactly have a lot of cash. Luckily, we have the amazing Don. He's, kind of helping us do remodeling and stuff like that. And everything. But when it comes to, like, disposable money to work with, we don't have a lot. So when I say two options, you could come back later and keep your gauntlets for then. Or you could leave the gauntlets with us. We will assess them. And I can promise you, we will give you a better deal if you do that when you come back, if you leave them with us, than if you guys leave and we have to do a quick assessment when we actually have disposable income.
What about a third option? Can we take the spikes off and put them onto our friend's gauntlets already and make them better?
Quick
Yeah,
check,
true.
what are
I mean,
Gertrude's gauntlets?
that's not-
+1 or?
Yeah, Gorge's currently got the tarnished gauntlets equipped, which is just like solid steel fists.
Yeah. On your
Or
hip,
some
though,
sort
are
of
they,
solid metal. We don't know if it's steel or not. It's just solid metal fists.
are they what, +1 to hit or something though?
Look.
It'll be under ATC, it'll say like something for most things, and then it'll have a bigger number if it's +1.
so, I mean,
No, it's just my strength proficiency.
but it was like a plus. We added a plus to it,
Yeah.
didn't we?
That's weird.
Because that was the original plan, though, wasn't it, Gertrude? Is that it was, we gave you. What did I use on yours? Did I use?
They're
It's like a
+5.
+8.
+1, +5.
Yeah.
Tarnished gauntlets.
Yeah, the tarnished gauntlets. Okay. Go back. To
Alright, because the +5
Character.
is just strength. So, should I have
yeah.
had a +1 to that whole time?
Well, yeah, you got
Probably.
the +1 there already.
Well, here's the thing: is I kind of fit it like it fits better that you just have your strength modifier. Well, do +1. Do +1. You're right, because it's unarmed strike.
No, like,
Easier to hit.
It's
So-
already there. If you look, it's 1d8 +1 plus strength.
Oh, that's
plus
for the
modifier.
damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
so the +1's
I
on
mean,
the
to
damage.
hit though, you're just swinging fists though. So and like when you changed your weapons, you're not gonna be more proficient at swinging your
Yeah.
fists.
fair enough.
Does that make sense? Like you'll be doing more damage, but you won't be more proficient at hitting with your fists.
Okay, never mind.
So, but cut back to the character. So yeah, I don't know that. I don't know if you can put your spikes in to the other gauntlet. You need to talk to Barry the smithy. Down the road. All we do is sell the weapons. He fixes them up and everything.
Gertrude, you're cool. Spiky metal gauntlet.
Ah. Gertrude could talk to Smith.
Right. For now, should we give these goblins some gold to help them set up?
Could be good investment.
How about a platinum?
I'm shocked. You would do that?
if everyone else is in agreement.
Gertrude shrugs.
Addison?
What's the So I look. I feel uncomfortable doing it. And goblin behavior. We kind of feel bad. If you want to invest, go give that money to the Don. You know, I love the appreciation, but I feel like I might get in trouble having that kind of cash just on me without notifying the Don. So
Fair enough.
go give it to the Don, and I'm just very kind of shocked you guys would do that for us. So, you know what? He takes the knives, those cheap knives, and he kind of just throws them on the ground and throws them into like his little bin. And he's like, I kind of feel insulted even offering those things now. If you give the money to the Don, I'll have a nice, beautiful knife here for you when you guys get back. I said we're just setting up. I don't have anything now. We're just trying. You see my wife back there. She's trying to get everything kind of good up, oiled up, looking nice. Because they obviously took a lot of their merchandise too. Kind of like what I said, they didn't leave gold for us. They didn't exactly leave their weapons either. We bought the building. Basically, we won the building over. We didn't win the merchandise. So we're kind of trying to spiff off what they did leave behind. We're kind of finding out it was all garbage. Like, obviously, but we got to work with what you got. It's goblin nature. But Barry over at the Smithies is cracking up some stuff. He's always been a good smith. It's so nice to see him actually be happy and giddy to have all the equipment that he can to do whatever he wants now. But he's getting some stuff for us. I will ask him to specially commission a knife for you. And from when everybody around here speaks so highly of you, I don't think he's going to have a problem with it. So if you guys are going to the smithy, you might even go ahead and tell him what specifications for that knife you want. Because it's on us.
We've been to the smithy, and I show him the golden thumb finger. Yeah.
And then, well, do you mention the giant lightning bolt penis that Furbolg's got?
I mean, I'll look at Furbolg and be like, it's up to you.
Herbie would prefer to keep certain personal artifacts his own.
Yes. Fair enough.
I mean, if you keep that a secret, do you just like only put it on at certain points? Because it's 2 foot long.
I think what Furby's resorted to is wearing like sort of a long kilt that covers it.
And it looks like you have a massive erection.
No, it's not
99%
sticking.
of the time.
He doesn't put it on so it's sticking straight out into the street.
It's 2 foot long.
It can be
Where do you
pointing
put it?
down, so you have
It's
a dick. You
solid
should know
metal
this.
on a chastity belt.
So the way I've
Okay,
been
no,
picturing
first things
this,
first.
right, is
I'm
essentially a
explaining this to
strap-on.
woman. I
Hold
feel
on, not
really,
stop.
I feel really bad.
Stop. The way I'm
Mansplaining.
picturing this, right, is a strap-on, right, with like leather straps and metal dick. So my assumption would be that it would be pointing downwards because it's not a flesh dick. It's not actually like physically molded to him or attached to him in any way other than with the straps. So it's not like he's gonna hurt it. So just like kind of dangling down. The straps around his hips
Dragging
even like
him
on
the
him. He's more than
Also
he's 8 foot. He's like
So
7
he's
foot
not
tall.
wearing any. So he's not wearing any clothes either, though. Clearly,
He is.
correct.
He's wearing a kilt. He's
Official
not.
picture.
He's
There
not
it
wearing
goes.
underpants. Yeah, but that was before he got the
Is
metal
this kilt
slung.
2 foot long? How tall is he?
He's like 7 foot tall, maybe 8.
So I mean, his legs. I mean, I'm gonna say even then, there's a piece of this sticking out the bottom. Of the kilt.
No, he would have made it long enough. He can see his own dick. He knows how long it is.
It was a long kilt, so he's wearing a dress,
God.
wearing a giant skirt.
It's more a skirt, to be honest, with like a bit of fabric over the shoulder.
Okay.
It's conspicuous,
I'll
walking
let you
kind
have-
of like.
I'll let you have a hidden penis that sometimes a gust of wind comes in and everyone can see.
Marilyn Monroe's
So,
it.
Consider,
Yeah.
yeah.
Clearly.
I don't think they have the air vents on the street here, thankfully.
Yeah.
But think of the amusement every time he casts Thunderbolt. He's just yanking it up for a bit.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give you that. Okay. So, yeah. Well, if you guys already went to the smithy, then you already know Barry. Yeah. So go and deal with that. I'll, Thank you again for the name. Stabby Shield Coister sounds great. We'll get working on the sign from the woodworker.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do? I've got some shit to sell other than that.
We're at an hour and 42 minutes, right?
Can I
Yeah.
just sell this shit, please? I've had it in my inventory since the beginning and I want to get rid of it.
Okay, well, Barthen's revisions.
Silver tea ring, carnelian, peridot, and pearls.
It's a bunch of gemstones
Well,
and a ring.
I'm gonna say this for just the sake of time. It sounds like the person that has all the money is the Don. So, it sounds like if you want to sell, you'll have to go to the Don.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything else?
I'm good.
Cartman, do you want to do anything? Oh, yeah. My bad.
I disconnected him.
Yeah.
Dude was probably going to start snoring soon. Cap?
Oh, my God.
Gertrude's alright. Gertrude's just following Donovan around like his bodyguard, as usual.
Oh, God. Okay, quick trip to the Don then. Let's sell this shit and be done with it.
Okay, well, you guys go, and I'm going to say the Don is also walking around just like he was before. He's got his hands behind his back. He's got the pipe in his mouth. He's observing everything, watching the goings-ons, and he sees you guys. I would assume you would wave him over, you get his attention, and he kind of he doesn't trot over, he doesn't jog or anything. He just, quickens his pace just a smidge from his light inspecting walk, and he just kind of quickens up to you guys, and he's like, yeah, did you guys need something?
Apparently no one else has money yet. You apparently are the treasurer. We have some bits to sell, and because no one else has any money, we were suggested your way. Again.
Ah, yeah, follow me to the town master's hall.
Okay.
And he follows you that way. He's like, that's where we keep all the money. Well, not all the money. And he turns to you and he gives you a wink.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps going. And in there it is. Now this is where it's a little bit different. About that, this kind of makes sense from what he was saying. This is a treasury of some sorts. It feels like when you walk in, and it looks like it was before, and it looks like everything else kind of where it's got the same setup as the old way the Townsmaster Hall was, but just like the Lion Shield Coister, now Stabby Shield Coister, and Stonehill Inn. It looks brand new, as if it was just built. But in the back, where used to be a jail, and there used to be iron bars, is now solid stone walls and a metal door. And on either side of the door, it looks like a vault door. And aside, this clearly looks like a bank. Like this looks like it came straight out of a bank. And on either side of the door is goblins. Big goblins, not near as big as Donnie. Probably still 6 inches shorter than Donnie, but they're still bigger than every other goblin there. Donnie, I'm going to go ahead and give you a size perspective. He's about the size of a hobgoblin, but hobgoblins look different. You can clearly tell he's a goblin, but he's tall. Like he's actually taller than Gertrude. Hobgoblins are taller than Gertrude. So he's a little bit shorter than Donovan, but he's almost eye level with Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys, these are tall goblins, but they're nowhere near the size of him. But they are armed. They're wearing nice studded leather armor, carrying shields and spikes, and they're wearing nice helmets. They're clearly guards. And they're standing on our side. As you guys walk in, he pulls the pipe out of his mouth, and with the same hand that's got the pipe in it, he motions them to move out of the way with 2 fingers. And he, as he walks towards the door, they open the door and step back. And inside that room it's pretty funny. With the size of the door that opened, you expected to see like mountains of gold. Like this will be the heist of the century. It's just empty. There's like one or two chests along the wall that are open and empty, and one or two on the other side of the wall that are open and empty shelves everywhere. It's as if it was a very wealthy location, but it has been robbed already. But he shows no notice, as if like, oh, we've been robbed. He just walks right in and walks to the back, and in the back is probably the only chest that's closed. And he pulls a key from inside his blazer of his suit. He kneels down. He opens the chest, and inside the chest, as you see, probably, I mean, if you were to guesstimate, about 600-700 gold pieces in there. Not a whole lot. And he says, I'm going to tell you guys this. And as soon as he says that, like, he looks behind you, because I assume you all walk in behind him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you all walk in. And as soon as you walk in, the vault door behind you closes. And you hear it lock. And he says, We're in a soundproof room now. Alright, I don't mean to frighten. I do this as a precaution, obviously. You guys can tell, and obviously you've been told by the Stabby Shilquoister, it seems, we don't have a lot of money. Alright? Now, to not have a lot of money, you're not very respected as a town. You know, will just stand all over you. They'll act like, well, obviously they have no money, they can't defend themselves, stuff. So, the fact that I'm letting y'all in here to see how much money we've got is a big shine of faith on my part. Get my drift?
How are you guys not hitting famine yet?
Huh? Oh, this is what we have left over. We just paid our bills. Don't worry about that. We also have the farms, you know, the old Adamath orchard, the Adderley farm. They had plenty of crops. I mean, obviously they couldn't just uproot those and take them with them. Especially considering, from what I hear, you ripped the leg off old Adamath, which I gotta, you know, it's a soundproof room. I kind of want to be a little off-couth here. Pretty neat. That's pretty cool what you guys did. I wish I'd seen it. That's pretty funny when I heard the story, especially considering he was still bitching about it when he got as he was leaving. So that's pretty funny. I wish I'd seen. But no, we got plenty of food. A lot of what you see, everything looks nice. That's manpower. All right. This is for commodities, things like that. You know, provisioning. Luckily, like, we have a lot we can already rely on. Barry over at the smithy, he's a master with the smith. He can turn nothing into something, it seems. You know, you take old scrap piece of metal around here, he can make a beautiful sword with it. So we're relying on that. But we are just starting out. I mean, you guys even noticed that we just came from nothing. So we don't have a lot. But if you guys can't tell, I mean, what do you guys think now that we're in a soundproof room? Do you think we're kind of giving off the vibe of not to be trifled with, or...
Just one second.
Honest opinions only.
Carmen, did you just wake back up again?
Did I pass out?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You've been gone for like an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I had no idea you passed out. I literally just woke up a second
That's
ago.
why we disconnected you.
Yeah, no, that's all figure out. Yep, no shit. Oh, fuck.
You okay, buddy?
No, but I'm very, very tired. That's why I'm definitely not myself tonight.
Do you want to?
We've only got 10 minutes left. You're good. You're good.
If you want, just end your recording, buddy, and you get a bed. Yeah.
Yep. I need to get my shit up. All right, bye.
Okay.
See you, Cartman.
Bye, Cartman.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That was funny.
I'm so keeping that in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so goes back to the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Do we give off the vibe of not being trifled with, or what do you think?
You have numbers. You have aesthetics. Are you sure you're not just going to die of starvation or lack of provisions or lack of funding in general? I know you see all the farms, but you need resources, and you don't get resources for nothing.
Probably.
Trust me, we goblins are resourceful.
Yeah, and
I mean,
most...
look around you. So, like, look at the building. Look what we've done so far in such a small amount of time. We've got this, all right? don't worry. As I said, you guys are the only ones that are allowed in here. Besides, I do allow our business owners in here. It's a soundproof room. It's a great place to talk business from time to time without hearing. And right now, obviously, we got a lot of children out there. We don't want them to hear,
Well,
how little money we've got at the moment.
Most costs probably just in beginning. Might even out once you have stuff started up.
Yes, we will make more money. We're just starting out. Don't worry about us, okay?
Would us adding some funds help? We rely on this town anyway.
pretty much this is our home.
So, I'll do you one better. I'm kind of honored that you would invest in us. You guys are wanting to get rid of these items.
Yes.
Would you be inclined to have those be your investment?
That was literally what I was about to say before Purbold said it for me.
If you guys give those to us, we'll use it as investments.
Does anyone else have any other goodies?
Um,
Should we go and rifle through the chicken's pockets quickly and see what he has in him?
You just leave him bare naked, like there's nothing left.
Kind of tempted.
As if, yeah.
I mean, so far he's got AIDS, syphilis, tits, a tiny cock, a 12-inch horse cock, and apparently has a gay badge.
well, he doesn't have the second to last one anymore.
I'm reading his literal item weight
I
sheet.
know.
He hasn't.
Well, yeah, the horse cock became his arm.
Yeah, that was a loan from
That's kind of the
Furby.
thing. Yeah.
But no, I
He
don't
doesn't have that
also.
anymore.
So we're giving Dawn all the trinkets to help
Pretty
start the
much.
town.
Yeah. All you have is your gold now at that point.
Yeah.
Well, I really do appreciate it. That's a soundproof room. You see him, and I want to say soundproof room, he keeps saying all this, but you do have a notice before out there, it's all business. This is the first time probably from when you've met him that he seems to relax. Like he looks like he's about to like pull out his loosen his tie a little bit, but he doesn't. But he's a little relaxed in here. He's like, yeah, you got to keep a persona out there. Obviously, you're the boss. You got to act like the boss. So, but I'm actually genuinely touched and gracious for your investments. It won't be for naught. I promise that. Even if you didn't give us this stuff, as I said before, you don't feel like, if you didn't give this to us, we would die. I said we could definitely make it, but we will make great use of this money.
It's same
I
as
appreciate it.
the business in town. Pay back. We do the same. We live off tavern. We come back, so we help town.
And I will iterate it again. You've always got a home here. All right, your family. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you need anything. You need any of my boys. You let me know.
Well, fair play.
All right. And from what you hear, he from behind the chest, he pulls back, and you can see a hole in the wall. It's not real deep, but it's enough that sticking out. It looks like from inside the wall is a string, and he pulls the string. He pulls it several times. It dings. He pulls it about 3 or 4 times. And then after that, a minute later, the vault door opens. And you can still hear a slight ring. It looks like that string was tied to a bell outside of the door. Kind of let them know that, hey, you can go in and let us out now. And the door opens, and he, pulls his hand out and goes, hey, yeah, I assume our business is concluded.
Business concluded.
I appreciate your patronage. And I'm going to go ahead and have that be where we end it. So everybody press stop on your recordings.
Hello, I am Matt, the editor of A Pint of Cthulhu. If you enjoy these episodes and wish to hear more, why not support us over on Ko-fi at A Pint of Cthulhu. Thank you very much, and enjoy the pint.
Hey there, my name is Soren. You can also find me at SorenJ on Twitch. and at Daily Dingus and Pick of Cthulhu on Tumblr, where we'll occasionally post art about the campaign.
Hello, I am Ethan. If you guys want to find me outside of the podcast, I am actually a Twitch streamer by trade. I play a variety of games on Twitch. I'm the Red Toucan, but I also upload all of those to YouTube as well, Red Toucan there, and to TikTok, Red Toucan as well.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I go by Captain Hero Man, and you can find me playing video games on Twitch.
Hi, my name's Josh. You can find all of my links at linktree/JoshB66. That's linktr.ee/JoshB66. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Sirenscape for providing most of the sounds you hear in this episode. You can also find us on Twitter at A Pint of Cthulhu. That's at A Pint of Cthulhu. You can also give us a review on your podcast app of choice. Thank you very much, and goodbye.